see.
Still I rise, no matter what may come my way. Not built to break, I stand strong each and every day.
You're listening to Still I Rise Tea Party with Tarsha T. Rogers, only on LA Talk Radio.
Good evening. Welcome to the Tea Party. It's Thursday, and you guys know what time it is. It is time for the Tea Party. And I have as a special guest, my co-hosts are all busy today, all working, making that money, and I can appreciate that. But I have a special guest today. I have my auntie Michelle. Michelle Drayton is with me today.
Hello.
And hello. And so welcome to the Tea Party. So we're going to talk about our protest that we did for the nail shop this past Saturday. And as I'm speaking, I'm trying to do multiple things. So bear with me if I'm pausing. But again, okay, I'm sending your sister the link so she can actually watch us. So Saturday we had our protest, and I don't even know where to begin. First of all, it was actually fun. I think we had a lot of fun out there. It was great that everybody was unified and all on one accord, all on the same page. There were no issues whatsoever. Of course, there was no violence, nothing. Just a really peaceful, and I won't even say it was a protest. We didn't really start chanting or doing any of that until the news people came to give them a little something for their story. But it was more of a gathering, because I'll backtrack. We knew on Friday that she had pretty much walked away from the lease. And the owner had already posted a sign in the window of the nail shop with his name, well, the leasing agent, with their name and phone number to give them a call, basically saying that building was for lease. And so the backstory of that is they were trying to get her to walk away because it just wasn't a feasible situation. And Carson was basically starving her out. Nobody was going in there. Nobody was making appointments. And so she had 2 more years left on the lease. So what the owner did was, okay, you can walk away, but you have to leave everything there. So it is a fully furnished stock nail salon for somebody to come in there. I believe it's $5,000 down, $3,500 a month, and it's theirs. And they can call it whatever they want to call it, but it would be their nail salon. And she has walked away. So again, we knew this Friday, but we still wanted to show up Saturday to show solidarity, to show that we are serious, and and for everybody to meet everybody, because the group just grew so quickly. It started 10, 15, 20 people saying, yay, I'll ride down there with you and protest, and turned into, I think as of last week, it was 760, but as of today, we have 800 members. So Yeah, the group has really grown. So everybody kind of wanted to come together. I had T-shirts made. For those that don't know, the name of our group is the Black Warriors. And so I had T-shirts made. We have the little iron-ons to put on your mask. So we wanted to come together, take pictures, again, show solidarity, show that whole shopping area, we're a group, we're a peaceful group, and, we're about our business. And what was really nice is the owners of the barbershop and the beauty salon, they came out and supported us, and people were driving up, supporting and honking their horns and talking to us and supporting us. So Auntie, I want you to kind of give your perspective of kind of what went on Saturday.
It was, as you said, peaceful, but fun. And everybody knew they were there for a purpose, even though we knew that she was gone.
Mhm.
It was kind of a victory celebration because we felt like we had accomplished what we had set out to do.
Mhm.
And I was very pleased that so many people in the community knew about it.
Yes.
Because if you remember, we went there a couple of Saturdays before to hand out flyers.
Mhm.
And everyone we handed a flyer out to said, oh yeah, we already know about this. We're not going to give her our money or I'll never come back again. So it was heartwarming to know that the community supported what we were doing. They knew about it. They came out, like you said, and drove by and blew their horns and waved at us. So it was really, it really showed what we can do when we come together as a group and work collectively. It was great. I enjoyed it. Had a great time.
It truly was. Hey, Erica, Yvonne, I see you watching Yvonne. Yvonne is someone that I worked with years ago. She was my first HR assistant, and she was phenomenal. And to see her again, I was like, oh my God, this is so wonderful. I mean, when I say years ago, I'm talking, I think Braxton was 1 year old. So when he's 21. So it was a long time ago. So it was so great. Yeah, so it was really great seeing you, Yvonne, and I appreciate you coming out and joining the cause. And so it was just really awesome. And then, of course, the news media came. It's funny because, again, we walked into this with a victory, with our mission complete. So after kind of chit-chatting and everybody kind of talking to each other and taking pictures, we were getting ready to leave. And then here comes the news crew and the news van. So I'm like, hold on, everybody come back. So a lot of people did leave, but we did have some, I think we had maybe about 15 people that were still there. So, the person from channel, I believe channel 2, 5, and 9 are combined together.
Right.
So because
channel 11.
Yes. Channel 11 came second, but the first truck was 2, 5, and 9. And because I remember I did see it on 2, and Tezra called me, I was half asleep, but she called me around 10 and said I was on channel 9, and we were all on channel 9 as well. But so the news crews came and they interviewed us, and we kind of gave them our perspective of how we felt that she was wrong to compare, first of all, George Floyd to a virus. She was wrong to say that protesting within itself is destructive. Everything she said was wrong. And of course, we explained all of this to the person that was interviewing us. And, other people got a chance to kind of chime in and say what they felt. And, we let them know that collectively as a group, the Black Warriors, when George Floyd's little girl said that her daddy changed the world, well, that's what we want to do. We want to change the world one issue at a time. And some other issues have already come our way that we're looking into to see what we can do. But I will say publicly, I want to say on the air publicly, we are not going to protest her salon in Orange County for various reasons. Number one, we're not a vigilante. We're not bullies. I'm not trying to stop her from her livelihood or her making an income. She's entitled to that because she was entitled to say all of the nasty, hurtful things that she said. She was entitled to, she can say those things, freedom of speech. But we also had the freedom to say, not here, miss. And we had the freedom to step up and say, we're not going to patronize this business. We're going to starve this business out, and you have to move along. So those were the consequences of her actions.
Right.
But I am willing to stop and leave it there and let Orange County and those in Orange County, they can deal with her. And, you know, I had someone say, well, you don't live in Orange County or Carson. I have ties to Carson. Carson is dear to my heart. Even just being there, it's like, oh my God, this just takes me back to when I lived there. And so, and it's principle. There are mostly African Americans that live in Carson that patronize that business. Orange County is a different beast, and the demographic is different. The people that patronize her shop there are different, and I just don't feel that's our battle. I just don't. So, yeah. And I think majority, there's a couple of rebel rousers in the group that are like, let's go to Orange County. But I think the majority of the group agrees that that's not our fight. We fought our fight and we won.
Right, absolutely. And I think people were a little bit concerned when they saw the sign on the front of the property that was a situation that she was trying to sublease to still be involved and still be the person making the money. But that was not the case. The sign was placed on that property by the property owner. So we had to make sure that everybody understood that, because there were some that had that twisted, and that was not the case.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And of course, with all of this came backlash. There was some backlash in terms of, I'm about to continue my sentence, but my mom is texting me saying what happened to the show. I guess she was watching, and I'm trying to go on. It says that we're on YouTube.
It says we're live.
Yeah, we're live on Facebook. Well, she can't watch it from Facebook. So she is watching it from YouTube. But it is, it's definitely, I don't know why she can't see it, but it is live it's saying that it's live on YouTube. So I'm not quite sure what happened.
There's been some mysterious things going on technologically recently. Our phones have been acting crazy, internet going in and out. And I don't care who your carrier is, if it's AT&T or Spectrum or whoever it is, everybody seems to be having some issues. That are very suspicious to me, but we will go there.
And this actually broadcasts on Instagram, and so I'm not seeing a feed for it. So something apparently did happen to you. So we're going to keep talking, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up on YouTube. Otherwise, she'll have to just watch us after the fact. But yeah, okay, it's on. Okay, yeah, it's on YouTube. But yeah, I think that the backlash. Let me go. Yeah, that's where I was going. The backlash. So with it being on the news, and each news channel has a Facebook page. Each news channel has a Twitter page. And when they do their broadcast, the different stories go out to different blogs and different websites. So I was getting calls Sunday about, I think it was on something called Newsbreak. And on Newsbreak, it was, and they still going with the comments, but I stopped reading them. They were mostly people siding with her, the nail salon owner, and she was on there as well, talking more smack. I stand behind what I say and blah, 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 blah. But can you please tell them not to go to Anaheim because I don't own that shop? Well, lady, we're not going to Anaheim, and you still stand behind what you say, and that's why you're no longer in Carson.
Right.
So, and that's fine. But of course you had comment after comment after comment after comment saying that, we are bullies and people have freedom of speech and they need to get a life. They need to get jobs. They are BLM. They need to go educate their children, just on and on. And first of all, let me also say, we are not BLM. We are not Black Lives Matter, because that's a whole nother topic. While I do believe Black Lives Matter, I definitely distance this group from that group, because that group has taken on a whole nother journey. It's a whole nother beast. And a lot of the BLM has become negative because a lot of it has nothing to do with us. and everything to do with people who want to fight authority, people who have personal problems with the police, other than the fact that, how they treat minorities. It's a whole nother issue. And of people that are not our color, that are not fighting for the issues dealing with our people. And so, no, we are not Black Lives Matter. We are the Black Warriors. We are something totally different. So I a couple of people I responded to, and then after a while I said, you know what, don't respond to this. This is negative, and it's doing. It's bringing you down from the victory and the high of actually
the positive part.
Yes, absolutely. But they were going on and on and on and on and on and on. And then when I had resolved to stop reading it, I go to Twitter, and on Twitter, someone actually, with Twitter is a little different, because if they type in my name and it's highlighted, then it's a mention. And so it's, oh, I have a mention. So then it's kind of, let me go read it, and then boom, there it is. And so it's funny though, with Twitter, there were only 4 people that were just kind of blowing me up with whatever they were saying. And I responded to all 4, but I responded to all 4 very peacefully. And so then all of a sudden now they're being nice to me. And one lady, I went so far as to, and I guess this is why you just got to be careful. She was able to run me down. Oh, not Tarsha Rogers, the gospel singer, the breast cancer survivor, and blah, 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 blah. She did the national anthem. And I'm like, well, dang, lady, what have you been doing with your time? That you know all this stuff? That means you saw my name on the news, and you start Googling, or you went to Twitter or wherever and start going through all my stuff to see things that I've done. I'm like, really? You got that type of time? So, and she said that God does not like ugly. And as a Christian, I was wrong to do that to Hannah. And so I had to explain to her, first of all, you don't know the news media, that thing was all of what, 20, 30, 40 seconds, maybe tops. Mm-hmm. You did not get the whole story. You did not get the continuous things that she said, even after being called out about her original post. You didn't get the fact that she equated Black people to all being impoverished. You didn't get any of that. You didn't get the fact that she said all protesters are destructive and it's a waste of time. You didn't get any of that stuff. And that Black people, she said a lot of hurtful things about Black people as a whole. Hateful things, not just George Floyd, but us as a whole. So, and I told her, I said, we did not shut her down. All we did was starve her out. We just stopped patronizing her. And when the nail shop opened, nobody was going there. And so it became evident to her, I'm not going to be able to make money here because the community of Carson is like, no. So she decided to walk away. That's it. That's all. No, I didn't none of us made phone calls and said, you must shut her down right now. Life doesn't work that way. So once I kind of said that, then it was all, oh, I'm going to pray for you and I'm going to pray for her. Okay, thank you for your prayers. But lady, get your back straight first before you attack me and attack my Christianity. Because as a Christian, we are supposed to fight. We Christians do fight. And I don't mean physically fight, but we fight for what's right. Christians do that.
As Jesus did. We forget that he went into the temple and tore it up.
Yes. So, right. So don't,
you're allowed to do that.
So don't come at me like I've done something terribly wrong, because I didn't.
Right.
So, then she sung a whole different tune, but I'm like, okay. So I stopped reading the Twitter, but after a while it wasn't negative anymore. But it, all in all, I think it was a wonderful experience. It was awesome to see people unify for one cause and everybody stayed on the same page. Did we have a little bit of drama? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did. But that it was so minuscule that it definitely did not overshadow the mission.
Right.
I know some people were concerned and they didn't even want me to mention it or bring it up because they felt like, oh, don't talk about that. And you know what I'm referring to.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't talk about that. I'm like, no, because this person made an impact as well in the group because they took the time to create the petition. So I just want people to be aware of why you don't see the petition. So that's why I brought it up. And I brought it up for safety reasons because who the person she has an issue with, she was attacking and she was threatening to come to the protest. So, you know, against this person. So I wanted to put it out there as a way of also protecting that person.
Right,
So,
right.
but you know, that again, that was so minuscule compared to the victory.
And it was very different. I mean, it was a personal affront.
Yes.
And so people needed to understand that that's what it was. It had nothing to do really with the Black warriors.
No.
It truly was a personal situation between them. And
Yes.
so it was, and she just tried to blow it out of proportion, and we had to shut that down.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes people don't understand the dynamics of Facebook. I mean, the Facebook group is just that, a Facebook group. And
Right.
if I say I'm going to make Joe Blow an admin, I'm not saying that they're now the chief executive officer of a Fortune 500 company. They're an admin of Facebook.
Facebook group.
It means nothing.
Right,
So,
right.
And you know, and not to rehash it, but it was never, can I be one as well? It was just simply get this person from being admin. And I'm like, well, that's good. And 25 text messages to the tune of get this person off of being admin. So then and it made me realize, okay, there's just some other underlying things going on here that have nothing to do with me. And like you said, nothing to do with the Black warriors. And, you know, and despite of all of that going on, the group it continues to grow. And again, everybody was on one accord, and it was truly, truly a wonderful day. It's something I'm never going to forget. And coming home, I was telling Braxton and Keith about it, and it's something I'll never forget, for sure. So with that, our next mission is a couple of things, you know, as we've been talking about acquisition of the nail shop. So there's a lot of different moving parts with that, and I know different people are trying to do different things. So I won't speak too much about that until it actually happens, but I know people are trying to, hey, Rochelle, I know people are trying to actually purchase the nail shop. So, you know, from our group. So that will be a wonderful thing. So Rochelle, we've just been talking about the protest on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And the wonderful time that we had and how we all came together. So since you're on, let you talk about kind of your experience from Saturday.
Okay. I'm gonna try to sneak outside. I'm gonna try. But I'm out here with the in-laws.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, came for the holiday. Anyway, hi everyone. The
Hi.
protest was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. I'm so honored to be a part of Black Warriors, the organization that's been put together by our founder, Tarsha. It was just amazing to see a group of well-educated, well-versed women just coming together for a common cause. And that cause is to gain respect that we are due. Really, any human being is due. I don't want to just make it just about us, just a human being, period. Wherever you recycle your dollars, you are due respect.
Yes.
However, in this current situation that we're in, from an African-American standpoint of view, we've been disrespected on so many levels, And on Saturday, to be able to be a part of something so dynamic, we went in peace, unity. We got the reception that we received was awesome. And it was awesome because you know what? The energy you give is the energy you receive.
Yeah.
The people that were coming up and supporting us, their hearts felt what we felt. And it's, you know, it's a bad thing to be disrespected. It's almost like an open wound where you constantly pour salt. Have you ever had an open wound and some salt hit it and it just really, really burn? That's kind of what it was. So just to be a part of that was amazing. It was so amazing to see in less than a month, a group of women got together, saw something, got together, had a notion, and watched it birth. You know, you carry your baby 9 months, you wait to have the baby.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We literally watched a child be born in under a month. And it was so successful.
Yes.
I look forward to many more Saturdays like that. many more opportunities to make a change. Black warriors are going to make a change. Like
Yes.
Tarsha said on Saturday, George Floyd's daughter said, "My daddy will change the world." I believe wholeheartedly that Black warriors are going to change the face of several communities and how we recycle our dollars, how we're spoken to, how we're handled, and not only how we're handled, but how we carry ourselves.
Yes.
People looked at us. I got so much feedback. People said, "You guys were an amazing group of women." It may not have been hundreds and hundreds of you guys,
Right.
but there were hundreds and hundreds of you guys. And I looked at her
Yeah,
and I
absolutely.
was like, she said, "You don't see it, sister." I said, "Well, what is it that I don't see?" She
Mhm.
said, "That was just one seed in a field of dirt that is going to blossom. And you guys are going to have tractors running through, keeping that field." I said, "You better go ahead on then, sister. Go
Come
ahead on and
on,
speak,
come
speak
on.
that thing, speak that thing." So,
Wow.
Tarsha, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part. The other women that were there, thank you for embracing me, because I met some of you all for the very first time. Thank
Mhm.
you for embracing me. And I encourage you, Tarsha, to continue to encourage us to walk with you as our leader and grow as high as we can go. The sky is the limit. If you can
Wow.
touch the sky, let me know how you touched it, because I need to take you somewhere and get a couple $1 million. Okay? If you can touch the sky, I need to take you somewhere and get me a couple of dollars. So thank you for letting me be a part of that. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we've just been talking about how, you muted yourself.
I did.
Oh, and now I hear you. Yeah, we were just talking about how it was just truly a wonderful experience. And like you said, it was a sisterhood and a brotherhood, because we did have some guys out there with us. But it was just truly a wonderful experience, and
Absolutely.
something that I will definitely not forget. So I am looking forward to more projects for us to work on, and
Absolutely.
more things for us to do. And there's definitely causes. There's plenty to do. There's plenty of work to do. So
Oh,
yeah,
Plenty to do.
plenty. So I am definitely looking forward to all of it, because it's time.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
absolutely time for a change. So we got to roll up our sleeves and just get on out there and just
Get in
do it.
there. Get in there. Get in the trenches and not be afraid to. You
Right.
know, I look at you and I look at some of the other ladies. I'm observant. Sometimes I sit back and I just kind of watch people.
Okay.
And just the classiness. And I'm gonna tell you something. I can talk, but
Mhm.
when I say things, I say what I mean and I mean what I say.
Okay.
I don't sugarcoat anything, because nobody's gonna give me any money for telling you how I feel about you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but the way the classiness about our and I say our
Mhm.
organization is that these women walk with such character and such confidence. I would love to see Black warriors take on some young women who don't know what that looks like
Mm.
and become a part
Yes.
of this movement.
Oh,
When
that's
I
a great idea.
was growing up, we had charm school. We don't have that anymore.
No.
So
Right,
now,
right.
if some of those, if each one of us can reach one and teach her, "Come on, sister, this is how it's done. You don't have to carry yourself like this.
Yes.
You don't have to be spoken to like this. You don't have
Yes.
to just swallow that orange juice and somebody tell you it's green pea soup, and you know it's green pea soup because it's green, and you just let her tell you it was orange juice. Wait a minute, baby." So I would love for us to just grab a few and give them what I saw on Saturday.
Yeah, that would
Like,
be awesome.
seriously.
That would be
Seriously. Because these young people got something to say.
Yes, they do. They
But a
do.
lot of them, they just don't
They need
know
guidance.
which
They need
road. They
guidance.
need that guidance. They
Yeah.
need that guidance.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because
And
I
we
know.
can do that.
Yes, we can. We can.
do that.
Because I know there were a lot of younger people that were kind of like, from what I'm hearing, because there were people that knew younger people that patronized this shop. And they were like, well, they do bomb nails in there. Why should I stop going? So it definitely took some education of, no, sweetheart, I don't care how bomb the nails are. You don't go there because she does not celebrate you. And so you have more pride than that, than to patronize
Absolutely.
a business like that. No, no, no. Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if you
You
don't
Love
have that
yourself more.
pride, then we need to help you develop that pride.
Yes, because there's plenty of people out there doing bomb nails, bomb
Yeah.
hair, bomb makeup, bomb whatever. She's not the only
Absolutely.
one. Please
She's
believe
not
she's
the
not
only
the only one.
Absolutely.
They're not the
So-
only
But they
one.
don't know. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't know, and they have no one to teach them.
Yes.
But if they see faces that look like them
Mhm.
in us, and they see that style and that grace and that class and those bomb nails, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Then that they may not have that mother figure at home that, you know, they can say, well, Miss Tarsha, well, where do you go?
Yeah.
Well, come here, baby.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Just
And
a thought.
yeah, and I would love to see a young one own, be the one that gets that lease, and yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah,
And
that
really,
would be awesome.
and really be about her business and open it up on time and be about good customer service and all of that. Everyone licensed, doing it the right way.
Yes.
No corner
The
cutting.
right way.
Yes.
Right.
I have such a vision for that shop, but I can't say anything until we find somebody that's ready to
Yeah.
sign on the dotted
And
line.
that person
I have
will come.
such a vision.
That person
Oh.
will come.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I have a
believe
vision for that.
person
I
will
have a
come.
vision for that shop. Like those people, Lack Nail Bar, how they had a vision for their shop.
Mm.
I got a cold vision for that little corner right there.
Wow.
But, can't say, I'm one of those people, I don't, until it's,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I hear
because
you.
people,
Well,
believe it or not,
they'll run and take your idea.
not only that, but believe it or
Mhm.
not, people were sitting back waiting for us not to show up Saturday.
Of course.
They were waiting for us
Mhm.
not to do the things
course.
that we said we were going to do.
Of
And
course.
a friend of mine asked me, she said, you invited me to this group and I'm in it and I'm in support. I signed the petition, but what are you guys really going to do? I said, stay tuned
Mm-hmm.
or meet us.
Mm-hmm.
She actually went into one of the
Mhm.
comments and said, why didn't you call me? I would have been there.
Mm.
Why did you think I was not going to go?
Mm.
Mhm.
So sometimes we have to just, and then,
Yeah, I saw the
like you
doubt.
said,
I'm in a couple of the Carson groups, so I definitely saw the doubt. Like, oh, you guys really actually went up there. Well, yeah, that's what we formed this group for.
yeah.
I didn't form the group just to form a
Right,
Facebook group. I'm already in 100 Facebook groups. I formed the Facebook group to
I
keep
think
up
our
with all the people. That was the only organized way to keep
Right.
up with everybody, was to form a group, because I was so heated about it. I had 4 or 5 different posts going, and I had 5 people comment on this post. Okay, I'll go. I have another 4 commenting on another post. I had to streamline and put it all in one place so I could keep up.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
In one place.
But it was about
Absolutely.
And I
action.
think our people are so accustomed. I was going to say, I think we're, as a people, are so accustomed to dropping the ball, to
Oh,
saying, oh yeah, let's do it. And then it never gets
Never
done. And so for us to follow through, I think that shocked a whole lot of folk because they didn't expect
It
us to
did.
follow through. But please
It did.
understand, we're not those folks.
No,
It
And we're
did.
never going to be those folks.
no.
It
We are
did.
the Black
Yeah.
warriors, and we're going to follow through on
Yes,
everything.
everything.
It did. I had a young
That's
lady
why I'm like,
that,
what's next?
right. I have a young lady that works for Loeb and Loeb law office, entertainment attorneys, and she said, I've been following you guys. She said, I want to be a part of your group. I said, let's put a pin in that, because I don't do the invitations. Put a pin in that. I'll get back to you. I'll
Okay.
talk to Tarsha, and I don't. You know what I mean? There's puzzles. You go out and you buy a puzzle, and
Mhm.
sometimes there may be a misfit in the box by accident. This is me. Everybody doesn't fit in my puzzle.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Right.
My puzzle is put together strategically.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Why you want to be a part? Tell me why you want to be a part.
right.
Exactly what would you
Because
like
we
to
got a
bring
lot
to
of
the-
looky loos. 800 people, all 800 people don't be commenting. It's a whole lot of looky loos just to see what's
Mhm.
gonna
Just to
happen,
see what's
or
going
what
on.
are they gonna do, and blah, 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 blah. And just like we had that naysayer, like the first week, I think, after I formed the group, somebody came in there and said the petition was dumb, this is dumb, why are you doing this, blah, 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 blah. And the first thing they came at her with, what are you gonna do? Are you doing anything? Instead of coming in here criticizing, you could easily inbox somebody and say, well, these are my suggestions. I'm very open. I'm not trying to have all the ideas. I listen to every single thing that people throw out. Hey, yeah, let's do it. If you got a better idea, let's do it. I'm not like that. So instead of criticizing, why not give us some type of suggestions of how you think we could do this better?
And
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, when
Positive
you offer a suggestion, you never know. Somebody else in the group may have had that same suggestion. A lot of people don't always just jump up and talk, because sometimes some of us, we do just kind of, like Miss Kathy was saying, hey, I don't have a whole lot, but I can help you in this area, that area, this area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes
Miss
you have
Kathy's
that
sharp.
person that'll sit back and that will let you delegate to them what you need them to do, and they'll jump in with both feet.
Yes,
That's okay, but
Right.
don't criticize. Don't criticize.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm in this for the long haul. I'm in it
Me
until
too.
the wheels fall off, or to Michelin tell us they're not gonna make no more tires for this group. Yeah, I'm I'm in here. I'm in
Yes.
it. I'm in
I
it.
know. I think our next mission, and I'm going to have to, people are bringing up the beauty supply.
Mhm.
That's
On
on
Crenshaw.
Crenshaw and Imperial. I think it's, I wrote it down.
Crenshaw and Imperial.
One Star Beauty. So
Mhm.
if anybody that's listening right now knows anything about One Star Beauty, I need you to
Yes.
hit us up and let me know what the deal is, because again, we're not going in half-cocked. We're not going in on, see, Hannah was it was very easy, the Hannah and the nail thing, because she put it out there in black and white and she didn't deny it. So I can't go off of hearsay. I don't want to necessarily even go off of somebody's one experience. It needs to
Right.
be several. It needs to be pretty blatant that something is actually going on.
Okay.
So those are the causes that we want to take on, not just, well, I went there yesterday and that person was having a bad day and they kind of snapped at me. Maybe they were
We
just
all
having
have
a bad
those.
day. Yeah, maybe they were just having a bad day. And obviously they need to work on their customer service. That's not a reason to protest.
No.
So it definitely has to be something egregious and blatantly racist. And
Okay.
if anybody has that, bring it to the group and we'll do our thing.
Yep. We're gonna be like Danny Blackwell. Danny Blackwell, when he formed what's the name of his organization? What is the name of his? He brought up all that property.
Blackwell Media or?
No, what was it when he developed it right when the Rodney King thing came out, and he started building. He put Superior Market over there. He had some. I can't think of the name of what it was that he put together, but it'll be like him. He started that one thing and then just blew up.
Okay.
That's gonna be Black Warriors. We'll start. We Hannah was our mission. She was the beginning, but there is no end until we get what we want.
Yes.
Across the board.
Right.
Yeah.
Across
There's
the board.
just so much work to be done.
There is so much work. What do you ladies think about the whole defunding the police? Because it means a lot of different things that I know some people don't understand it. They don't understand what it really means. And some of it means that, you know, if you at the store and a homeless person comes in there and starts acting a fool, they would rather you call some type of mental health counselor to come and deal with the situation or diffuse the situation as opposed to the police. Now, I don't have a problem with that, because I would hate to see the police come in and kill somebody that's schizophrenic or has some mental issues, as they have done
over and over
and over. But at the same time, what happens if that person has a knife and now they're trying to kill people with the knife, and now all you've called was a mental health professional
who's not trained.
Right.
Right.
So at what point does the police become involved? Those are the questions I need answered with this whole defund the police. Because it's more than just the money. It's they want the police to pull back and not respond to these calls that they feel are nonviolent. But what happens when those calls turn violent?
Right. Because they can.
Yeah, as they can. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence.
I think that's the complexity of the whole process. I think that when and they really need to really define what does defund mean, because when you think about the word defund, immediately people think, well, you're going to take money away. And maybe that's not the entire picture. Maybe it's changing resources or bringing in more resources or replacing the the potential for violence in a situation with something else. And so, but that's a very difficult thing to do, because first of all, you have to find people who are not only trained as maybe social workers or psychiatrists, psychologists, but are also trained to keep a situation from becoming violent. And sometimes, you know, to recognize that, okay, this guy, I see he has a weapon in his pocket. It's just in his pocket and not in his hand. What do you do to diffuse that situation? These are specially trained people. We don't have a lot of them. Okay. So that's an issue that's going to have to be addressed. And you have to have the money to pay them. You can't pay them pennies because they're specially trained. So taking money away is, personally for me, it's not what you should do. You should then you take that money and disperse it to those organizations and or professionals who can better take care of a non-violent, a situation where you don't expect that person to do anything but maybe cuss a little bit. They're hungry, they might be drunk, they might be on drugs, and they've come into a store and they're acting the fool and people are afraid and they're calling somebody. But like you said, Tarsha, you don't know if it will develop into something else. But a lot of times, if you know the proper way to diffuse a situation, even if that person has a weapon, it won't be pulled out, it won't be used. You'll be able to diffuse them, calm them down, get them to sit down. You call the PET team comes and takes them to a mental institution where they're held for 72 hours and evaluated. So I think that first we have to make sure we understand what does defund mean, because there's a lot of different tentacles in the meaning of that word. Okay. And it's not just taking money away, but dispersing it to other entities that can handle the situation better than a policeman coming up there with a 9mm and shooting your head off because he can't.
Well, if defunding has anything to do with taking away from his salary, then that's certainly not going to help anything, because if they're killing us on full pay, full benefit, with full benefits,
with a pension,
some coffee and a donut,
right,
you take their money away. So I'm in total agreement with you, Michelle. We need to find out exactly what does it mean. What does it mean? I was in Costco yesterday, just to give you an example, Tarsha, and thank you for even asking that question. And I was printing some photos to bring up here to my mother-in-law. And we kept hearing this lady say, call security, call security. And someone else was like, call 911. Someone else said, we can't. I'm in Inglewood.
Okay.
Costco. And I said, well, what's going on? What's going on? A man didn't have on his mask.
Okay.
And decided he wanted to fight. I didn't even know they had undercover security in their like shoppers. I didn't know they had loss prevention like that.
Wow.
I had no clue. Clue. They came running from all sorts of different with baskets, and I said, "Oh, that's what y'all look like." So me and my husband, we leave. We go outside, and we hear the man telling the young man, "We don't want to call the police on you. They're not gonna just come for this." And me and my husband, look.
Please put your mask on.
But he hit somebody.
Wow.
They had a physical altercation.
Okay.
So what do you mean you can't call the police? And what do you mean they're not going to come? What just happened here? And all of the Costco fighting with no mask on? Breaking the COVID law? What happened?
I'm so sick of these people that refuse. The reason why these numbers are spiking is because everybody won't wear them. Some people wear them, some people don't. Well, you're not that protected. If I'm all up in your face and you have one on, but I don't, you're really not that protected. But if we both have it on and I'm in your face, then we're both protected. I don't understand why they don't get that. It's just simple.
No.
I don't get it.
They need to understand it's just like wearing a seatbelt. It's just like wearing a seatbelt. You have to wear a seatbelt. If you don't wear a seatbelt, you can get a ticket. Okay. Do you put a seatbelt on your child? Okay, well then think about it like that. You're
Yes.
protecting yourself and your family.
Absolutely.
And what part of that
You
don't
can't
you
go to the
get?
store with
I
no
don't
clothes on. You can't go. Some people won't serve you with no shoes on. So why
Sure
is the
won't.
mask any different?
No shoes, no shirt, no
Put
service.
a damn mask on, please.
It's only gonna
But
be
it's
for a
my
few minutes.
constitutional right to be an idiot. It is.
I mean,
Would you rather have on a mask or would you rather have a ventilator down your throat? How about that?
Ooh, hello, come on now.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm kind of tired of being in the house, but I'm gonna be here
Yeah.
until they get this under control.
Yeah.
You know,
I've
even
been tired.
even with the protest, I had on a mask. I started to wear I usually do 2 masks and the shield, but I had the mask and the shield. And I had the shield mostly so that when I did talk, I could take the mask off and still have some level of protection. But I'm like, and I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, protect me. And so far so good. And I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I was nervous even with the protests, and we social distance. We did we did everything the right way, and everybody was masked up. Everybody was masked up. So let me put that out there. Oh, are you talking about masks and you out there protesting? No, we were masked up.
We were
We weren't
masked
all
up.
up on top of each other either.
Nope. We didn't. We didn't even hug, kiss.
No, like, hey, look, how you doing? How you
doing? Mm-hmm.
I think the closest we got was when we were taking
wasn't gonna do is say we went
That was
following
the closest
policy.
we got.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. Even the reporter had that long microphone and was standing back and we were talking from the long microphone.
Yes.
So, we did everything the right way. And, that if everybody would wear the mask, I know people are concerned about the economy. I know people are concerned about jobs. I get that. And I get that if somebody is one paycheck away from possibly suicide. So I get all of that. I do. I really do get that. And I'm not because I can be in the house that, I don't get that some people need their jobs and they need to be working. But if we just wear the masks, then that can happen. Then you can go pick up your food. Now you may not be able to eat in the restaurant yet, but at least you can patronize the restaurant and go pick you up some food.
Get your favorite stuff.
Right. We wouldn't have to shut down so much if people just wear the damn mask.
And the gloves and the sanitizer and just
and wash your hands. Do your part. And don't just do it for you. You're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for everybody else. And if everybody else has that mindset, then we're all protected and covered.
Right. But there are still people out there that think this is all a hoax.
Yes.
None of this is real.
Yeah, until it happens to them.
Oh my God.
They do. They really do.
Hundreds of thousands of people are dead, and you talking about it's a hoax?
Yeah.
What do you need to do? Do you need to see dead bodies? Is that what it is?
I think some people do. And all the conspiracy theories and it's sickening. Sometimes I just have to log off Facebook because I'm like, I'll read something to keep. I'm like, I can't believe this. I cannot believe people are typing this. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. People are dying. And I see rest in peace to so-and-so, they had the COVID. Oh, so pray for so-and-so, they in the hospital on the respirator. This person, praise God, I made it through COVID. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is not a plaything. It's real.
The absolute worst is rest in peace. I lost Uncle Johnny to COVID. And can you sign into my GoFundMe to help us bury him?
Jesus. Lord have mercy. Wow.
So not only do you not take saving your life serious, you don't even invest in your life to make sure that if something do happen to you, that your loved ones don't got to suffer or have barbecue dinners and car washers to put you in the grave.
Right, exactly.
But whole families are being lost.
Yes, a whole family.
A lot of times it's not just one person in the family. It's the mother, the grandmother, and 2 sons and a daughter. All of them got it at a party that they decided to all go to. And 16 people got it and 10 of them died. And they're all in one family.
Well, wait a minute, Auntie. Did you hear about the kids in Alabama?
Yes.
Where they're having COVID parties.
Oh, yeah.
And they get a prize. Whoever gets it first gets a prize. Are you freaking kidding me? What?
Oh, yeah.
That is crazy.
They putting something in the cereal. It's got to be something in the cereal.
It's something in the milk.
It's something in the cereal. It's in the milk. It's in the
COVID party. Really? What are you doing? And so you're young and you think you're invincible. And if you get it, you'll you'll be fine. It's just a cold for you. But what about when you take it back home to mama and daddy and grandma and they get sick on a ventilator and die? Then what you gonna do?
If they have
don't just think
pre-existing,
that-
if they have a pre-existing condition of some sort.
yeah, and don't think you won't die because
Right.
it's taking young people out that don't have anything wrong with them. It's not all of them, but it has done it.
Right.
You don't know how it's going to affect you. No more than you would
And I-
know how a
And
flu
I
is going to
understand
affect.
that the actual virus, right? I understand that the actual virus that came to be over in this country back in February has now morphed into something worse.
Mm.
It's the same virus, but it's continuously changing, and now it's morphed into something where even if you survive it, it affects your lungs, it affects your heart. You now have this ongoing issue because of the fact that you had it. And no, it didn't kill you, but you're going to have to deal with a lung issue and a heart issue for the rest of your life.
Wow. Wow.
That is scary as I don't know what to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like you had the flu and you get over it and you're fine. No, you're not. You may not be fine for the rest of your life.
For the rest of
So
your life.
These people need to get it. They need to get it.
Yeah. I agree.
They really do.
And then, all these people around the president, what's his name? Herman Cain. So he was at that rally and now he stop smiling. Oh, Jesus. And now he has it. It's just a matter of time before the president gets it.
I
Herman
think
Cain.
he has it. I think the president has it.
You think he has it?
He looks horrible. He looks, I mean, not that he wasn't anything to look at in the first place, but he looks horrible. I'm sorry. I know we all got children, but
My mother used to say, "Evil don't get
you
sick."
see somebody that they don't have a really nice demeanor, and then they're a really wicked person, and the only thing nice that you could say about them is only a mother could love it.
Yes.
So that when I look at him, I'm like, only a mother could love it, and so he looks.
That's 45 all over.
But everybody around him is getting the virus. All these folks around him are catching the virus.
He got
And
it.
he still won't. A lot of these fools that won't wear a mask only won't wear one because his dumb behind won't wear one. So he still can't be a leader and lead by example and put on the damn mask.
That's sad. That's
Oh,
sad.
he told some reporter that he wears it, and the reporter said, "When?" He said, "Well, I won't wear it."
Yeah, well, some people see it.
Pleasure.
And then yesterday he said, well, I actually wore it and some people saw me wear it and I actually like how I look in the mask. Please just
I
go.
look like the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Lone Ranger had it on his eyes. Not
Oh my God. I can't. It's funny because Braxton walks around. I don't believe this is happening. I don't believe this is happening. You can't make this stuff up. Because every time he hears Trump talk, he's like, oh my God, Mom, you can't make this stuff up. I don't believe this is happening. I'm like, yeah, son, it's happening. It is happening. We have a fool that's in the White House.
Yes, we do.
And please, all of these young people who are now woke,
Vote.
please go to the polls in November.
Yes. Yeah, all that protesting is wonderful, but go to the polls. Yes. Yes.
Go to the polls and vote, because all of
Yes.
that protesting you did means absolutely nothing.
Means
If you
nothing.
don't vote.
You don't go vote.
Yes.
Him and Pence and McConnell, get them all of them.
All of them. Get them up out of here. Get them out of here.
Yeah, they gotta go. Oh, they gotta go.
And I also want to mention to the people, because this is California. So for the people listening in California that are on unemployment, I just read that the governor did sign up for 7 more weeks. They're calling it FED. So that's the Fed pandemic money, that's 600, along with the for whatever you get in unemployment. They're so EDD and Fed, they're calling it Fed FEED. So you will continue to get that for another 7 weeks past July.
Well, that's
And
good.
they need to reinstate the thing that they had in place to help people pay their rent or pay their mortgage.
Yeah.
Because those
Yeah, they do.
expired at the end of
Last month, wasn't it?
Yeah, for some it's last month.
Yeah. Look, last
the
month was just
restaurants,
a day
those people
ago.
are back at home not working, so they need to reinstate that.
Yes, because some people were laid off and went back and now have been laid off again because we've
Being laid
rolled
off
back.
again.
Yeah, because we've rolled back the quarantine.
Right, right.
It's just really sad. And all of this at the end of the day, and he gets out there to tout his wonderful job numbers because he's only going to talk about things that he feels make him look good. And at the end,
Right.
but at the end of the day, you still have all these people out of work and are in and out of work because you ignored warnings about this virus. You knew about this in January and you ignored it. You ignored it in February. You ignored it the beginning of March. It wasn't until mid-March that you finally did something. And by then the train had
Right.
left the station.
Left the station. Tarsha, let me
Yeah,
ask you
taken
this, and
off.
maybe you could
Yeah.
ask your
train
ask
had
some of
left
your
the station.
listeners.
Yes.
Do you think that at this point, and I know this might be a little extreme, but I just want to ask, and then you, like I said, ask your listeners, do you think that maybe we should at this point seriously consider going under Marshall's law, completely shutting this place down, saying, okay, you have 24 hours, and then it might be a little crazy to get all your, whatever you can get and get in the house, and we are shutting this place down so that we can finally get a hold of this thing. The fact that no one has ever stayed in the house. No one has really literally stayed in the house.
Yeah, because they were going to the grocery store and then the grocery store workers get infected and
you got
been a vicious
curfew.
circle.
A
Yeah.
curfew didn't do anything. I'm
Right.
talking about forget a curfew. Let's curfew out the door. You can't come out.
Yeah.
Go get your oodles, your noodles, your toilet paper, your napkins, your whatever. This is it. You guys have shut it down for 14 days. 14 days.
14 days.
Shut it down for 14
I
days.
think we could get a grasp on it. Yeah, with the exception of the medical workers, who of course got to go take care of all the people that are in ICU.
Exactly.
But yeah,
if you're not a police officer, firefighter, paramedic, a essential worker in terms of being in a hospital, if you're not one of those, you need to be at home.
Yeah.
So that we can
Yeah.
really narrow this thing down. We can narrow it down. We can get a fix for it. Okay, now we can start.
It's getting out of hand, and the numbers are going up and up and up.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, and we opened up too soon. We opened up too much, too soon.
Way too soon.
Yeah.
They gave into
Way
the
too
greed
soon.
and the screaming and the yelling and the threatening of people.
Yeah.
They got scared and said, "Oh my God, we got to open up because these people are crazy." Okay, so now you know what happened. Now we took 3 steps forward and 10 steps back, and now we're back in this place. Now, the thing about the martial law, that's a little scary to me because now you have to think about the fact that we have a lot of homeless people who have nowhere to go.
Okay.
And how will the police handle that? We don't want to give them an excuse to start killing people because what are you doing? You're supposed to be bam. Okay. So they kill people for less.
Yeah.
We have a lot of homelessness in Los Angeles and throughout California, but I'm just speaking of LA proper. What is the law going to do if you come out and you can't prove that you are, someone who should be out?
Right.
I just feel like we have to be very careful with that martial law thing because it gives them the ability and the excuse, to hurt people.
To do damage.
It probably would work, but there are a lot of moving parts to that.
Yeah. To be honest, ladies, I don't even know what the answer is because it's gotten so far out of hand. I would say we need to model whatever these other countries have done. Europe is getting back on track and they've told the United States, you can't come over here. China's back on track and they had a breakout in Beijing. They shut down Beijing for whatever amount of time and now they're back open again.
Right.
So, everybody else apparently is doing something right except for us.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to go to Paris.
Me too.
I wanted to go to Paris.
I got a passport now and it's just gonna collect dust.
Right. Mine too. But see, I think those other countries, when they say shut down, that's what they mean. They're not playing. But they also don't have the amount of people that we have. They don't have the homelessness that we have. Let me tell you something. When I went to Israel last year, I did not see one homeless person.
Wow.
And I asked our guide, I said, "Excuse me, sir. I find this interesting. There aren't any homeless people. Where are they?" He said, "Homeless people? We don't have any homeless people. We take
Wow.
care of our people.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
I said, oh, he shut me all the way down. I was like,
Wow.
okay,
Wow.
not one homeless person. So
Wow.
we have to understand that other countries do things very differently,
Yes.
and they don't have the gun violence. They don't have the homelessness that we have because
Yeah.
we have allowed so much.
Yeah.
you
And
know,
then
to
we're
happen.
not, we got all these 50 different states doing 50 different things. We were never on one
Different
accord
things.
as a
Yeah.
country.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
that's part of the
because
problem.
we have no leadership.
Yes.
Right back to 40.
Sure don't.
Right.
We have
It goes,
no-
right,
we
it
have
goes
no
right
good
back to that lunatic.
We have no good
back
example.
to him.
They took our good example. Our good example
Right.
is gone.
Yes.
Our good example is gone. He would not have allowed any of this.
Yeah. Because there was swine flu, but he had it under control. He had swine
Yep.
flu, but he had it under control. And Ebola. He had
Oh,
swine
sure
flu and
did.
Ebola. Yes.
Sure did.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But we
Yes.
have come
And
to the
Ebola
end.
was worse than this. What we're
Yes.
experiencing.
Oh yeah. I would
So-
take. I don't want none of it, but I think I'd take Corona over Ebola any day.
Oh,
Ebola is
any
a horrible
day,
death.
Yeah,
It's
any
a
day.
horrible
Any
death.
day.
Yeah.
Any day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right, ladies, we have come to the end, but I do appreciate you. I want to thank you again for last Saturday for helping, being a part of slaying the giant. We slayed
Yes.
the giant. We
Yes.
are all Goliaths, and
Yes.
we are the Black warriors, and we slayed that giant. And I love you guys, and I really thank you for being a part of that and us just unifying as one. That was a wonderful thing to see.
Thank you
And
for having us.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for having us. We
And-
love you.
Thank you. I love you guys too. And
Okay.
I just want everybody that's listening to remember that our glory does not consist in never falling, but our glory is in rising every time we fall. Still I rise, still you rise, still we all rise.
Yes.
Thank you guys for listening. Please have a safe and wonderful 4th of July. I will be barbecuing, but I could care less about independence. Juneteenth was my independence, but
Hello.
Right.
Yeah.
Mine
Hello.
too.
But you guys
Mine
be
too.
safe out there, and I love you, and I'll see you next week.
Love you. All right. Have a good one, ladies.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
No matter what may come my way,
I don't know how to come out. How do I come out? There we go.
You're listening to Still I Rise Tea Party with Tarsha T. Rogers, only on LA Talk Radio.
All right, you guys. Kisses.